What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I have my full Junker Queen Stadium guide for you guys. Junker Queen's been my most played tank, climbing through the ranks. I'm not trying to climb too fast right now, so I'm only like Elite 1, I think. But I have been a GM top 500 tank for most of my Overwatch career. Started, I think, Season 5 or 6. I hit GM top 500 on tank. I was already GM top 500 on support before that. And then I stopped playing this game around Season 3 or 4 of Overwatch 2. I was still GM. Came back just for Stadium. I love Stadium, and I want to start covering that. So, getting back into it. Loving Queen. I think she's the best tank to carry on. And these are my tips and tricks and build guides that'll help you win your games as well, hopefully. So, starting out, Queen has 2 builds that she likes to go. I'll cover both of those, as well as I'll go over pretty much every item. If it's like a must-buy item, a situational item, and then some items you should like just avoid in general because they're not good on Queen. And then after I go through that, then I'll give you guys some games of both of the builds afterwards. Okay, so build number 1 is going to be her Shout build. I think this is her best build. You should do it most games, especially if you're playing against what you think is like slightly weaker competition. Lets you just steamroll the opponents, and they could never get a chance to get back in the game because 1 kill resets your shout, and you keep shouting. Everyone on your team has over health, and it's speed boost, and they're never gonna kill you, and you just steamroll through the opponent. But there are some times when shout build isn't the best build, and you'll want to go Carnage build instead. Just I think some meteor comps that you can't just get a quick kill on and steamroll, or maybe if they're a little bit better. Even skill and you need to outplay them, or it's going to be a long drain fight. Her Carnage build, which is her little sword or axe, that one does really well as well. Plus, it gives you an extra like gap close with the Soaring Stone, and escapability with Soaring Stone as well. So those are the 2 builds. I'll go through those. So starting out with the Shout build, Let's Go Win is going to be your first buy every single time. It snowballs. If you just get like the opening pick round 1, you just keep repopping Shout. Does tons of damage, and that will just snowball you the round, or at least it should. Second power you're going to get round 3 is going to be Reckoner's Roar. So that just means every time you pop Shout... Sorry, loud car going by, hope you guys don't hear that. Reckoner's Roar, every time you pop Shout, you're going to apply your wounds to the enemy, and that's going to scale with your AP as well. So one little thing about the reset. So if you pop it, get a kill, it doesn't reset instantly. You have to let that 5-second timer end, and then you can pop Shout again. So that way, you can't just get a kill, you lose your shield, repop it to get more survivability. You have to wait that full 5 seconds. But outside of that, I think they're pretty straightforward descriptions. And then with builds, let me see if they're going. Let's Go Win. We'll give you like a round 1 build example. I go Power Playbook every game, and I go Shady Spectacles every game. Then third, I don't think there's like a clear best third, but I think Heartbeat Sensor is really, really good. The move speed allows you to get on top of people way easier, better on the map, as you are a melee character for the most part. But yes, you have a shotgun, but you're mostly melee with your abilities. Siphon Gloves is also a good option, as you pop your wounds with melees, so you're one of the few characters that wants to melee a lot, and so getting that extra health, and you get more melee damage now. You just get extra health by meleeing, so it's a pretty good item round 1 as well. If you don't want to go survivability, you could go like, I don't know, Friends Amplifier, go on that reset spree, or I don't really like winning attitude that much. I think I'd save a 500 and go for Charged Blading. But for always do these 2, Power Playbook and Shady Spectacles. The third item can kind of be whatever you're feeling. And then round 2, if you can afford it, if you need to sell, it's worth it, get Booming Voice. They just nerfed this item from 25 AP down to 15% AP. Still, it is Queen's best item, especially on the Shout build. That 50% radius increase is massive. Like, it's a radius increase, so it's every single direction, 50% increase. Really good. And then you don't even need line of sight to get it on your allies. Massive. Good chunk of AP. Everything Queen wants, especially in a Shout build. You're always going to go that. If you need to sell items, go for it. For some reason, if you didn't get enough cash, that selling your star items still won't get you booming voice. You can go the blue items that I really like. I think Nana Cola is probably your best one, just raw AP, hard to beat. And the other one that's really good on Queen is Energized Bracers. They're flying here. You're just gonna be going full AP for the most part. Especially in these early rounds. You are a drain tank, so landing all your abilities heals you more. So you kind of, by building AP, you build survivability if you're able to land your abilities. So that's probably like my first 2 to 3 rounds of what I'm building. And then I'll just kind of go through the items situationally and what I kind of look for after that. You're going to have Booming Voice first. And then actually going through the rare items. So it's always Nana Cola if you can only afford 1 blue Nana Cola. Your secondary choice is Energized Bracers because it just kind of combines these two. I will say to save a little bit of cash, if you could afford this, but you have, like say you have 5,000 currency, so you can't afford this, but you could afford this. Just buy these two, and you can buy some more greens, get some free. In the early rounds, you should have open slots, so you get some free extra stats. But I think these are really the only 2 blue ones you'd keep into the late game. Custom stock, it's not the worst item, especially early, but again, you can just buy this and this, and same thing. Not really that great. I would avoid this one. You don't really need the overhealth. You get so much healing by popping your ult. Your ult's fine, but I don't think it's worth the 4,000 cash. Same with wrist wraps. I wouldn't really recommend any of these blues. You already have your shout resetting on cooldown. Your Carnage lowers the cooldown based on how many people you hit. You don't really need that much cooldown reduction, especially for only 5 ability power. Bigger magnet. There are a few times where I actually do like it. That 35% pull really can catch some people off guard. In the Queen mirror, it's actually not too bad. And then that's kind of the only time I've really bought it so far with the current tank lineup. Just because Diva can eat. I'm pretty sure Diva can eat, but I don't really see any Divas. Pulling Diva is really not that useful. Zarya can bubble herself, but if you catch Zarya without her bubbles, then you can land this on her. That'd be really good. Reinhardt has a shield. You're not going to land many, so I don't think it matters. I think it's really, really good into the Queen matchup, or especially if they have some like dive-oriented tanks like Reaper, not tanks, DPS like Mei, Reaper, Genji, and you're able to land your blade on them consistently. Pull them off your supports to get a little extra peel, but I'd say I buy this, I don't know, 1 in 30 games, 1 in 40 games. I don't buy it very often. Those are the blue ones for ability power. I wouldn't really go any of these other blue ones. You're not really going to be going weapon power builds. I would kind of skip all of these. And that's not like aftermarket firing pin just for the move speed. It's not the worst one, but the rest of them kind of suck. Survivability blue items. It is nerf slicing spree. It could be a decent later round purchase just for the move speed. And you get a ton of move speed and attack speed when you get that AoE shout after round 3. That one's not bad. I've bought this once, and it's because the enemy, I was in a Queen versus Queen matchup, and the enemy Queen had the bigger magnet, and so that actually was really, really nice to counteract them going bigger magnet. But if they have a Queen, Lucio, maybe a Reinhardt, there's not many booping heroes in these first batch of stadium heroes, so I don't really buy this one that much. About this one's situation okay if they have like Kiriko and Zarya and like Mayor Reaper as like DPS line. Like everything, you just got counterpicked. Everything they have cleanses. You at least get some sustain this way for Rebellious Spirit, but like they have to have a lot of counters for me to want to get this. Any other survival items that are decent? They have an Ana that just keeps bothering the crap out of you, like Ana, Cassidy, Reinhardt. Maybe this one could be good just to cleanse those negative effects. I don't know for sure. I just or I haven't tested it, but this might actually reduce the anti-nade duration as well. I know it does sleep, but I feel like anti-nade would be a duration it would lower too, which is kind of nice. If you need to sustain, maybe that one. Don't go this one. Vitality is one of the better blue options. I want to get this one. This one. And the rest of these kind of suck. Her special blue one's alright. Vitality's okay, and this one could be good in just like on a Gas and Ryan matchups. And maybe Arissa too, because she has a bunch of stuns. Getting into her purple items. So yeah, we went over Booming Voice. Always Booming Voice first. Some other purple ones that I'd go for like a more full build is going to be Champions Kit's always like a great second option if you can afford it, but it's the most expensive item in the game. Can't always afford it. Champions Kit's really good. I personally really enjoy Liquid Nitrogen because once you round 3, you're getting that big AoE shout wound damage, so you can slow their entire team for like 4 to 5 seconds when you get that wound onto them. That's really, really nice. You can do the same thing with Cyber Venom. About the same thing. Instead of a big AoE slow, you get a big AoE anti-heal. Especially pairing these together, I think is pretty underrated as well. You only get 20 AP for it, but like they're all slowed and they're all anti-healed, so that really helps your team out if no one else in your team's doing that. But I'd say don't get both of these until like round 7. So like this is like round 2 or 3, this is round 3 or 4. Maybe Liquid Nitrogen. I think another more common round 4 item is Super Flexor. It's the only weapon power item that I buy, but because you do shoot your shotgun a lot, every time you shoot your shotgun and hit somebody, no matter how far away, you get 5 ability power, stacking 5 times. So you can have up to 25 extra ability power, and then you also get the 10% weapon power, so you get weapon power and ability power. I think it's overall a pretty solid item. I think it's usually my go-to third item unless I need Liquid Nitrogen or Cyber Venom. I avoid this one. If you need to be a little bit tankier, like they're melting you, this one's fine just because you start regenerating armor. It gives you armor, and then you start regenerating that armor every time you pop an ability. That makes you a little bit tankier if you need the survivability and you don't want to go a survival item. I think this one's probably your best bet. Triple tap Tommy Gun's not a bad item, but I think there's just way better ones. This one I think just I'd avoid. I haven't never bought this one. I'd avoid it. There probably is a niche case where you could make it work, but I think there's better options. And Catalytic Crystal. Oh, that's not how you say it. Is there? Catalytic Crystal. I would stay away from that one as well. I tried it a few times. You don't really feel the 20% ult charge as much as you think you would. So I've just avoided that one. Maybe get your ult like 2 axes faster. Not really worth it. Is that everything? I don't know. What is it? Marker the Kitsune. I haven't really got this one either. I'd stay away from it as well. Like you could get some decent value, but I like round 7, I think there's better choices. In terms of, I'll quickly do weapon stuff. I don't think there's anything weapon I'd do in this at all. Booster jets give you some speed and attack speed, but you don't really care about attack speed that much. That one's meh. Yeah, I would just avoid anything weapon power. That's purple. In terms of her survivability weapon power stuff, if you really need, you're only buying this and like you're just getting absolutely melted, and you just think you have a decent team that can probably get some kills. You just need to survive a little longer to give them time. This one's not bad as a scav scraps, not the worst item, but you already get healing. You can go like ability power and ability lifesteal, and you kind of get. You don't get as much sustain from it, but like you're losing the ability power here. So it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I tried this out once because I was getting melted by a Fan the Hammer cast, and I had the double chop. I didn't really feel this one doing a whole lot. I didn't like it that much. Now this one, Annoying Loyalty, you heal your team a little bit. Like, you gotta have AFK healers to like getting this for your team. Especially, you're not gonna be getting this probably till like round 6 or 7. Your healers, if you get to round 6 or 7, you have to have human healers. So I probably wouldn't recommend this one either. Any other ones? This one's Nebula, Conduit. I think Junker Queen's a better than average person to use it for, because you are kind of drain tanky. You have a bunch of lifesteal in your kit, so like it's not the worst on you, but yeah, I think there's better options. Not the worst, but like pretty bad. Like, was that stack up to 10% damage reduction? Yeah. You have a really good ultimate. You're not going to sit on your ultimate. I think that's a waste. Better options. You're not really gonna be full health that often. This one, if you need the survivability, could be decent as well. Healing passively, 10% cooldown. Yeah. This one, Gloom Gauntlet, I would kind of stay away from, because yes, you melee a good bit in the early rounds, but like you get a bunch of cooldown reduction. You're not gonna be meleeing that much to make it worth it. Get the extra 15%. I think this is more of like a Ryan centric item, and eventually when Break comes in, Break will like it. But for now, stay away from Gloom Gauntlet. This one could be decent into like Cassidy. Like if you have a like really good Cassidy that's melting you, or a Helix Rocket Soldier, Fire Strike Reinhardt, a bunch of these like heavy burst oriented things, maybe. I know, stay away from it. Bloodbound, eh. And this one, this is just a joke of an item. Not even round 7. Like, there's no round that's like one fight takes all round, so I think that's a waste. I think that's, and then yeah, stay from all these. I'm pretty sure that's every single item explained and how I build it. This is a sample build. Actually, let me finish I'll just do a sample build real quick. So say these are probably my go-to 3: Booming Voice, Champions Kit, and Superflexer. I would probably go Liquid Nitrogen in here. Most games you're not actually going to be able to get like 6 purples. So I would actually choose Energized Bracers over Nanocola for late game 1 blue item, just because that 10% lifesteal when you have 75 lifesteal is really nice compared to having 95 AP and no lifesteal. Or sorry, 85 AP and no lifesteal, so I'd probably do that. And if you're going to round this out, I don't know, you could go healing reduction if you want. If you want a survival item, you could do, which one was the one I was recommending over here? You can do like Nebula Conduit or something like that. Whatever you're feeling. You could do a triple tap Tommy. If maybe like an Orisa is probably a pretty good person to do this on. You can do an ability, quick 3 autos, another ability, melt her down. Yeah, that's like a full build. Whatever you think is really good. We'll say Cyber Venom for the sake of picking a 5th one. Or actually, I forgot about the Fusion Drive. Fusion Drive is also a really good one to round out the build. Just give you the extra tankiness. I put you at 95 AP. It's kind of hard to get over 100 AP anymore. But yeah. Have I ever talked about this item? I would avoid this one. Not worth it. More of a weapon build. You know, it's in the AP section. Would avoid it. Okay, and now finishing out the build. So you go, let's go win into Reckoner's Roar. And then that's the core. And then you can go game dependent off of that. Because your Carnage is also scaling off of AP, you can do like a half Shout, half Carnage build with like, I think some people like Chop Shot more, some people like the jump you get from Soaring Stone a little more. I think it depends, like, are you constantly just out of range of like getting your Carnage off, Soaring Stone? But if they're like May Reaper Rhine and they're in your face, Chop Chop could be way better in that situation. So you can do both of them or one of them whenever you're feeling. Another great item is Bow Down. If you're getting a lot of big ultimates, like you notice like round 3 and 4, you're getting a ton of big ults, but no one's dying, or maybe round 5 and 6, going into round 7. Bow Down's great because basically turns your ultimate into a Ryan Shatter that also just antis them. And does a ton of damage because you're like full AP at that point. So if you get Bow Down and hit like a 3-man ultimate, like you're just pretty much killing the team. That's a one fight. So it's like one guaranteed fight on the last map, which is really, really big. Blood Blood Craze is also a decent one if you just want that extra survivability in round 7. I'd say it's a good round 7 item. I would avoid the entire top row, no matter what build you're going. They all kind of suck. Dude, maybe Thrill of the Battle if once you have a bunch of wounds popping off. Thrill of the Battle if you have like 2 healers that are not outputting enough heals. But if you're getting to around 5 or it's getting to around 7, you should have decent healers. Maybe you got to around 5 because you stole a round off you carrying and your healers are just not healing anybody. Maybe go Thrill of the Battle. One that I've thought about and I've tried it like once, but I didn't really feel like I could tell the difference is this Merciless Magnetism. Like, I feel like I hit enough of my Jagged Blades to begin with that I don't need the homing aspect of it when I pop shout. But if you're into like a team comp that just gets screwed over by Jagged Blade, you want to combine that with a bigger magnet. And like they have their own queen, they got like a soldier that's playing a little bit too close, or a Cassie on up that are playing a little bit too close, and you just weren't able to punish them. You didn't want to go Sorcering Stone, you can go Merciless Magnetism. So those are the powers I'd go for the shout build, and then I'll go over the Carnage build as well, and then just give like I'm not gonna go over every item again, but I'll do a quick little breakdown of the items I'd go with that type of a build. Okay, so for the Carnage build, I've seen the community a little split on which one you go first between Chop Chop and Soaring Stone. I'm more of a Soaring Stone kind of person. That gap close is really, really nice. You can Carnage from so far away. If you're really in a sticky situation, you can even use Carnage to get out of some situations. Not Carnage. Yeah, yes, Carnage when you're Soaring Stone to get out. But Soaring Stone and Chop Chop are going to be your 2 items. A lot of good mobility. You get 2 of the cooldown, obviously, so it does really, really well. With that, again, you're kind of building the same thing because they're both AP builds. You're kind of building the same thing. So, like round 1, you'd go either Siphoning Gloves or Heartbeat Sensor with Power Playbook and Shady Spectacles, and then getting into like a full build. Like Cola and Energized Braces are still your best blue items. You can still go Booming Voice if you want to. It's like you still have your shout, just not quite as often. Champion's Kit's obviously the best, but yeah, you aren't really buying Carnage or shout specific items with the shout build outside of Booming Voice. There really are no good Carnage AP items. Just raw AP is good. So you can do like the same thing with Champion's Kit. Then you can do like Nitrogen is really nice to just stay on top of them. So once you land a Carnage, they can't run from your second one because they're slowed. So that one's pretty nice. Again, Super Flexor is a really good item. You 3-tap Tommy Gun still. A lot of the same items. The one thing you could do a little different is you can lean a little bit more into the survival items. So just getting some more overhealth with Scav Scraps. You don't really need this one at all. Maybe you can go Thick Skull to get a little damage reduction, but like I said earlier, not a big fan of this item. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, you're going to be in their faces more with Double Carnage, so Fusion Drive is another really good item. Let's say, and then Ability Lifesteal, I think, is more, like I said earlier, more important than the Nano Cola. So let's just say that's, you could go Booming Voice for your last one, or if you want to go to mix it up. Actually, this heals you, so you get a little bit cooldown reduction on it. Let's go Biotech Maximizer as your 6th item. Call that your core. Because you're technically only at 85% ability power, but then you shoot a few times. Now I'm at see in the bottom right, that little, next to my shout, that little purple thing. Now I'm at 105 ability power. Does it show? No. Better. 110? Yeah, 110 ability power. Just take out that ability power. Leap. Pretty much one-shot bots. Let's pull up a hog. Show you the damage on it. Yeah. 1, 2. You're basically killing a hog, and I didn't even have the bonus from the. Let me get some weapon power. So I'll do that and that. So full ability power should kill him. I guess it wore off, but That's about what, 500 and some damage. You're gonna have a shout in their face. Like, you're basically one-shotting Roadhog. Really, really good. And then trying out the build, you could go back to your shout items. Just do basically just you're doing your shout build in reverse. You go, let's go win and Reckoner's Roar. I'd say round 7. I don't think Reckoner's Roar is the item to get. I'd say round 7. Blood Craze would be really good. So you can do round 5. So let's say round 5 because you're getting your 3rd item. You could go let's go win. You could go Blood Crazed. You could go bow down. You really need. You're getting a lot of your passive wound stacks. So you could go through the battle. But yeah, I think one of those 4 items is the way to go for that. So that's going to cover the items and item and builds, and then now I'll show you guys some gameplay. Hey you! If you made it this far into the video, that means you must be enjoying the content. So if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would really help my channel grow, and it'd mean the absolute world to me. And with that, let's get back to the video. Okay guys, getting into this first game, we're going to be doing some Shout Queen. So, already got Let's Go Win, Go Power Playbook and Shady Spectacles. Let me just double check what the team comp is. They got Diva, I never see that. Ask NG. Honestly, this might be a good Carnage game, but no. So no Shout Build. I want to show you guys Shout Build first. That's the better build to go with. And then we're going to go... I got a little bit of mobility. Let's go Heartbeat Sensor. Gonna need to be getting on the Cassidy as much as possible. And then everyone else just has mobility, so they're gonna be hard to track down. So I think the move speed here is a little bit more important than meleeing, giving me some extra health. Like when your reverse is like a Rhine where you can't run, another Queen, like another Queen both work. But yeah, definitely into Diva, want that mobility.
3, 2, 1.
I'm 50-50 on shouting out a base. I know in the base game, I feel like it's better to have it up instantly, but people have a little bit more survivability in Stadium. So if I don't have a Lucio or a Kiri, I'll shout out a base. And pop it. Just so we're taking a bunch of, a lot less damage. Gotta respect that lava. Alright, you're gonna T-Mac Diva. A big dynamite. Got Diva out. Oh, that's 1, that's 2. Keep popping shout. Where'd the last one go? That's 3. That should get us another shout even. I'll pop it just for fun. Where's that Mercy at? Ah, missed her. That's okay. Now just let them come to us. Diva is always hard to kill when she gets low, just because she just holds her TM. Oh, she's just gonna walk up like an idiot. I hate that lava. Soldier, what are you doing, buddy? Anyway, keep shooting. Out. We melt him through this. I'm gonna save my ult here, I think. Did I lose Ashe? Still have my healers though. Playing this really slow. Get that reset. I'll go through. What I missed? Here's the reset. She's too high. Let her be. Go on to Diva. Get him into me. Oh, it slowed me. Use 1. Dead. Shout. Hide from bomb. Oh. They hit me. Nothing you can do. Use 1 shot. Get shot again. Get on Genji. So we have it again. Once it ends. And that. Killer. So you see the power of just all the resets. Right? See how many shout up 10% is 25%. So literally 1/4 of that round I had shout up. So really, especially these early rounds when everyone's a little bit less tanky, you can see the power of the shout build. Also, sorry if it's a little laggy. I don't know what it is today. PC's not really wanting to handle this me recording gameplay. I don't care, dog. Like, I literally have tips off. Why is it still showing me tips? Is that like happening to anybody else? Whatever. Okay, so can I afford booming voice? I can. So I think because it's round 2 and they're pretty mobile, I want the move speed. I'll get rid of the 10% lifesteal. And we'll just keep booming voice for now. Yeah, booming voice, great. Second buy.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, cool little tip for this mode is if you go out this top door, it is the fastest way to get the objective. Even if you're like running, you can just pin off of that. It goes super fast. Okay. Just poke for a bit. Still in a lower elo lobby, so we can just let them make a mistake or just get a kill. My team's better in this. And kill. And shout again. That'd been cool if I hit that. Taking care of Genji. Kill. Okay. Take the freebie. No reason to be on cart as my team can shove it as I make space for him. Diva took way too much damage. Break some of these just so my blade doesn't get caught on it. Missed that. Yeah, team's pretty decent. We'll shout to get to our backline. Oh, that was bad. Shot, but yeah. Mercy's flying in. So I'll peel for my Ana. Do I have an Ana? Yeah, Ana. Holy cow, this person's tanky. This is a game definitely for that soaring, I forgot it's called, Soaring Stone. But we're getting kited out there. Not much I can do. If I wasn't trying to show the shout build, I think next run I actually would go Soaring Stone because I need that little bit of extra mobility. But I think for now I'll just keep going with shout. Yeah. Still creeper walking up, and they're all dying. Reset shout. Cool, we're out of here. Push the payload. I saw whoever the last person live was way up there with my sensor, heartbeat sensor. But that's okay. I hear somebody. I said I outrun that. Where'd you go, Juno? My team's not sitting on it, so I guess I have to. Don't let me get behind cover. And run him down. Can't hit anything in this game. Oh, I'm hitting things. Just getting hard fucking pocketed. And we're gonna wound them all. Perfect. That's one. That's two. 3. 4. He got off. Big ult there. I'm struggling to melt things this game, just because they're pretty tanky, but I'm doing a ton of damage. So they can't kill me, just I have big lead on them. Keep all that sustain.
Next up, the teams are going head to head in control.
But next, can we win here? Hopefully we don't. Yeah, we probably shouldn't. Just short of champions kit. I'll probably sell. Let's go to power first. So I think for this game, I actually do think Soaring Stone is the better purchase, but I want to show you guys the power of the shout build. So I don't care about that. Okay. So, could go Champions Kit. I could easily just sell like one of these two items. But because I'm not going Soaring Stone, I actually will go Liquid Nitrogen next. Because they're too fast for me. I can't keep up with them. So instead, I'm just gonna, when I pop Shout, it's gonna slow all of them because they're all gonna get wounds. And therefore, then I could catch up to them, and that'll be really nice. This might be a, and they're pocketing, their supports are pretty good at pocketing whoever I'm attacking, so maybe Cyber Venom would be good as well, just to let me actually break through that healing. But to get a final item, I'll go Shitty Spectacle, I think, and I can get a second one. What mode is this? Capture Point? Yeah, Capture Point. Capture Point, it's okay to get field rations. Could go some like weapon power or something like that. Go charge plating. I get some AP and some armor after I pop my first ult, so like halfway into the round. I'm just keeping it first. I'll shout out a base again, just because we don't have any speed. And they're not like hard engaging on us right away. Let's look at their Gash Diva and Juno seem to be their better players. So hard to focus Diva, but get that. Alright, get her, and they're all slowed. And they're slowed. They're all slowed. But yeah, I think that was a really good showcase of having the wounds and liquid nitrogen. None of them can move. Is that my teammate? Knocker. Oh, that. They're Kree. And what? No way that missed. Can't believe I missed that Mercy there. Okay. And pull him back. And swing the crap out of him, wound them all, blow them all. I don't know what Juno's doing there. Wound again. Or shout again. The hell? And you're slowed. And you're slowed. Okay. Yeah, they just can't escape you once you have the liquid nitrogen in this. It's such a good combo. Am I on to sleep them? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they're both dead. Didn't even pop my ult this round. But we'll hit them all. Just cause. And they're all dead. Okay. Pop my shot again, just for the funsies. Okay. What? Is that a 3-0? Damn. Well, I just think that was a really good showcase of the shout. You see how proccing it over and over and over again is just... The snowballs really, really hard, especially once you get round 3. And after this play of the game, I'll have a game of the Carnage build for you guys. Look at that skill. Super, super PowerPointy. Okay, so now we're going to get into the Carnage build. So we have the options to go Soaring Stone or Chop Chop first. Let me look at the comp real quick. Reinhardt, Mei, Soldier, Moira, Lucio. So Rein, Mei, Lucio, a little bit of Moira are going to be really good for Chop Chop, while Soldier and Moira are going to be better for Soaring Stone. But actually, I will do Chop Chop first. You do gain a little bit of or you lose a little bit of cooldown reduction per person hit, but that's okay. I'm still gonna go Shitty Spectacles and Power Playbook first, and then I'm just gonna be in there fighting with them, brawling with them. Reinhardt is obviously the better brawler than you up close, but I'm not really gonna be able to get away. He has a Lucio. He's got Moira that can always get to him. I do have a Juno. I have a Juno to kind of get me away, but I don't trust my Juno. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, got the Juno speed. So I'm gonna save my shout this time. Because if Ryan gets on us, I think May walls me off, I'm really gonna need it. Got Orb Moira. So let's try and poke the shield down a bit if we can. I got double hit scan. Is that in there? Oh, what the hell? That was weird. Bug out. And getting healed. Oh, that's one kill. Wish I had my shout. But kind of got to play respectful of it. Heal up real quick. And swing on him. That was stupid. I thought I had my cooldowns back way faster. Yeah, these early rounds I think are going to be a struggle. Round 3, when you start getting that core build going, gives you so much outplay potential. But yeah, you see first fight, whoa, ton of damage. So, wait out there, Coalescence. Land that. Let's use that to get away. Oh, what the hell? Kill him, I guess. Did I kill soldier? What the hell's my healing at? Glad my Moira's in their base. Pushes. What? I didn't even know Lucio could boot me out of that.
You can really tell who the playmakers are.
That's crazy. Also, I thought I was like 94. I thought I had plenty of time. Whatever. That means we're not getting a 3-0 sweep this game. That's okay. More gameplay for you guys. Yeah, we can't buy any purple items. Outside of liquid nitrogen, I don't think there's any like great first item to buy. But then I don't love liquid nitrogen by itself because it's only 10 ability power. Or here I get like Nano Cola, sell the power playbook. Actually, no. Still can't get up to 4K on that. I have to sell Siphon Gloves so I can get power playbook and that. I just have a ton of ability power, not much survivability. This would also be, I think, a better game to maybe try some of these show off some of these survival items. Where, this one, yeah. Carnage, Dragon Blade, give overhealth, so I can just stay on top of them, keep swinging, get that ability power so that they, not ability power, cooldown power so they keep coming back up. And again, same map, so faster coming out of here until they don't understand that. That's okay. Save my shout. Eat that guy in there. So, I'm gonna try and poke first, get this Rhine shield down. I wasted wall, so I can go in on that timer and be really aggressive. And got a big chunk of damage there. That's one kill. And then I don't have speed boost, so I can't really get back in there. And running after him. Where you going, buddy? That's kind of funny. Yeah, the soldier. He killed my soldier? It must have been before he turned around. Looking at the corner. And now none of them are on cart. So I have to be. Just gonna melt the shield down. Let me just get a quick swing off. Block the damage with that. I'll swing again. And we're kind of in here. Okay, both support ults. I'm actually gonna save my ult and just accept death here. I don't know how they have both support ults already. But if we win the fight without it, extra big brain play that I saved ult, which looks like we actually may have won that with my ult, but we're gonna win without it. See? Damn, free popping. Love to see it. Love to see it. But I just didn't think that fight with both support ults that my ult was gonna make that much of a difference. Maybe would have given me a bunch of sustain. Hindsight's 2020, but in the moment, I think it's smarter that we don't do it. Do that. I don't know why Ryan's not swinging. And we're gonna go in, get all of them, and keep on swinging. Don't have a reset, unfortunately, but who's on the cart? Lucio. They're not Lucio. She's just being annoying. Whatever. Let her be a little annoying self. We gotta punish that. Who the hell was that, actually? Just heal for him, get him down. And May's just being annoying. Go after this May. Kill her. Lucio on it. Keep swinging at him. We got our shout off. I'm just gonna go up here and then ult into the team. Go Ryan real quick. Oh shit. Look down. Maybe I can get healed through it. Surprised I was actually able to be healed through that. But look down so they can't headshot me. Play slow while they have that. That's one kill. Walked in front of me there. Shot again. Cool. Now, go again. Okay, so that was a good round for my team. You can still see I did by far the most damage. I think the Ryan's way too passive. But again, this is newer mode, so a lot of matchmaking's pretty funky. So gotta take advantage of it. Get the easy climb while you can. So now round 3, so I'm gonna go that soaring stone. And now I'll have some ability to turn corners, trace people down. So a little bit more versatility. And then they're all clumped up. So I'm getting some pretty big axes. I could go like anti-heal or slows if I wanted to, kind of keep them trapped with me. Could even go survival the item and go calf scraps. I think some more AP right now is the move. Not feeling commanding shout right now. Which one gives me like 20 AP, I think. Actually, no. It's actually an early fusion drive game, I think, just because like they are on top of me constantly. But I keep getting that little bit of heal every time I pop an ability. So that'll be nice. 15 AP. What does that give me in total? 55 is pretty good. There's nothing here that gives 20, right? Super Flexor. The Ryan's being too passive with the shield to make use of it. Just give me this for a little bit more AP after I use my ult as well. Don't forget to buy those last second items. Saving my shout. For when they engage on me. I was going shield Ryan. So let him walk in still. My soldier died there? What? But this is tough for me to walk out there. But he's going in, so I can actually do a little jump leap. Go for the May. Team was focusing the Rhine. Get him. What? Had to cuck me of a kill. That's fine. Where are you at? He's just being full shield Rhine. Not even using the soaring stone. I really needed it those first couple of rounds. Did I hit him? Team's popping off this game. Oh. There we go, got the kill. Current sounds pretty nice, but they're on the point, so honestly I just need to get there. He's just being a little nuisance. And big ult. Oh, what? And hit me. Oh, I actually live there. That's crazy. I'll write that for him. Nope, can't do anything about that. Try and break line of sight of it. I am just getting beaten, battered, and bruised. Ryan's one. So the soldier's still on high ground, nothing I can really do about that. Get him. You guys see that chase down ability? Pull her out of there. Yeah, she has no ability. Now ult her. Get her killed. Those are the two best players. Scared I was gonna go off the map there. And kill Lucio. There we go. Should be it. Pop shout just to chase people down. Oh, what the hell? And kill her. Yeah. The leap with Carnage is really nice just for getting around corners. I'm glad I actually bought that survival ability item. Well, like not really survival, it's still an ability item, but gives you that little bit of sustain. What did I survive at, like 6 HP or something like that? Where I barely got to the health pack around the corner. So yeah. Now we are gonna buy, we can go boom and shout, or boom boom voice, but I'll try some other items for you guys. Again, the slow one's really nice. Ability heals. How much healing do they have? Is it showing me? Lucio and more of a ton of cash. But I don't know. I think liquid nitrogen is better than the anti-heal. Is my Moira gonna build any anti-heal? Probably not.
The teams have 20 seconds left.
Start with this. Anything else looking good? Looking good. Okay, the super flexor is an item I like a lot, but I'm not really getting a ton of shots off, weapon power shots off. Actually, let's go super flexor just to buy something different. And I'll buy that just so we have an extra 5 weapon power for the slot. Because I sold a 10 weapon power to get 10 weapon power and 5 weapon power thing. So little micro things like that can help out occasionally, but not going to make or break your rounds. I'll say if they had a good tank this round, it'd be a lot tougher. With the tank gap, like 34k to 21k is just absolutely crazy. Always take the high ground. Especially if Ryan's not going to take it. I can just deny their soldier from getting it. And can't really get it back there. Anyone to shoot? Start shooting Ryan. And melting the fools. Oh. Not the most mechanically gifted fight. Oh, he's running out the side. See if we can stop him. Nice job for my team. And someone stayed on point to cap. They're better at that than they are on push. Okay, we're just gonna melt the shield a little bit. Oh, but shooting the shield actually gets you your 5 stacks? Oh, that's actually insane then. And Carnage. Carnage again. Carnage again. That was just melee again, I guess. Who's on here? Who left on their team? No. A soldier? Oh, unable to get the kill there. So we can get our ult up. Got our shot off. Kill there. And then whoever respawns first is gonna get ulted. Oh. Now he can't really move. And they're all dead. Easy peasy. So unfortunately guys, I just realized as I was editing that that fifth and final map didn't actually record for some reason. But the lever never came back. We rolled them instantly in 2 quick fights. It was nothing educational, nothing to learn from it. So I'm not gonna redo that game. I do have one more thing for you guys. And then that'll be the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for my Junker Queen guide. These high effort guides do take a long time to make and edit, so if you learned anything at all or you found any value in this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.